Okay, so my wreath is almost done, and there were a couple things I wanted to talk about before I finished. So basically, I kind of had a blonde moment there for a minute. When you're gluing the crayon down, if you want the Crayola to show, I was saying, oh, you know, just look on the back and try to make it equal. Yeah, duh. Just go where the seam is for the cover of the crayon, the paper that's on the crayon. Wherever the seam is, that's going to be the exact, not exactly, but it's pretty close. So if you go just to the right of the seam, and then when you stick it down, when you put it up here, or put it on your wreath, what you'll see is, just don't totally stick it down until you get the crayon exactly where you want it to be, what you want it to show, and then push it down, and then you'll be able to see the crayon. And I did pretty well on them on this one. And basically what I did was, when I got to the second box, I put the first box on. When I got to the second box, then what I started doing is I started going back and forth. So I put one on one side, one on the other, one on one side, one on the other, trying to pay attention to what colors I was putting where, just so that my wreath was truly random and I didn't end up with like 4 blues in a row and 2 reds in a row, or, you know, I wanted them to be really random. So I kind of looked where certain colors were. So like there's a black one here and a black one here, and there's a blue one here and a blue one here. I just tried to keep it as random as I could. And like I said, if you start doing one on one side, one on the other, and you go back and forth, and as it comes together, it's a lot easier. Then now that I'm at my last 5, I can fit these in here, and I can see that I have enough room, and I'm going to have a little bit, I put them so tightly together that I'm going to have a little bit of space. So what I need to do is, I just need to make sure that I don't think I could fit another crayon in there. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave a little bit of space between these to get these all to fit on here right. And that's no big deal. I can put my bow there. It doesn't even really look that different when you look down at it, but I might stick my bow there just to hide that part. So, and then I just want to say really quickly, this is not my idea. I'm not claiming this as my idea. I actually saw this idea 5 or 6 years ago. I was visiting, it may even be longer, I was visiting family in Texas, and I had gone to Hobby Lobby with my aunt, and they were teaching a class on how to do these, and they had this as an example hanging there, and then they were having sign-up sheets. And I thought it was so cute, and I thought, ooh, one day I'm going to make those. And I never did. I never made them. And then about 2 or 3 months ago, I saw one on Pinterest. Someone had pinned one on Pinterest, so I went to her blog, and she just happened to actually take the class at Hobby Lobby. And so she was doing it again for her kids, or she had made them, I think, the beginning of last year for her kids, for their teachers. So I thought, oh, I want to make one for my sister-in-law this year because she teaches 3rd grade, and I thought it would be a fun little gift for Zachary, her son, to give her as a back-to-school gift. So that's why I'm making them. But anyway, I just wanted to clarify that. I don't want anyone to think I was stealing anyone else's idea, because I'm not. It's not my idea. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to glue the rest of these down, and then I'll be back and show you how to decorate. Okay, so my wreath is finished, and I've put the bow on it, and I always like to put the bow at the very bottom. So that's what I did on this one. And I cut 4 shapes from, I guess you could use a Cricut card if you had a Cricut card that had some school shapes on it. I think there's, Doodle Charms has some shapes, Locker Talk has a whole bunch of shapes. These were actually, these 3, the Schoolhouse, the Pencil, and the Apple, are from SVG Attic, her new set called, I think it's Back to School Cupcakes, and it's actually a really cute set. It has 3 cupcake wrappers, and then it has 3 or 4? 3 cupcake wrappers and 3 toppers. This is actually off of the wrapper. there's a pencil wrapper. It's really cute, but I just took the pencil off and created that individually. This is an apple, obviously, and then the school. And I think the wrapper for this one is a, I don't remember, but anyway, really cute. There'll be a link on my blog. You can check it out. And then this is from a graphic, this blackboard is from a graphic set that I have, that I purchased probably a year and a half ago. The site is no longer in business, but it had some really cute back-to-school kids on it and some back-to-school items, and I liked this blackboard. So I converted this and make the cut and cut it out, and I'm going to place these on my wreath. And I think I'm going to put these 3 on this side, like this. This one got glue on the front of it, looks like. And the apple here, the house, schoolhouse here. And I think I'm going to place the blackboard here. And on my sister-in-law's, you'll see a picture of my sister-in-law's on my blog. I actually put her name on the blackboard, but this one, I'm not sure who I'm going to give it to who I'm going to give it to yet, so I'm going to leave it. I have a whole bunch of white stickers, or I could cut the person's name out on my either my Cricut or my Silhouette later too, and add those to the blackboard. But I needed to make one as a sample. So basically, once you decide where you want to put them, then the next thing, all I did was I just put a little hot glue on the back of each one and kind of stuck it down on the wreath where I wanted it. Make sure you have something underneath your wreath, that you don't just have it sitting on a table, because the glue will drop down, and the glue may drop down and get onto your table. So you want to make sure that you have some kind of protective, heat protective covering or something on whatever you're working on. So I'm just going to stick these down really quickly, and then we'll be done. Schoolhouse. Let's see. It's pretty simple project, and like I said, it was basically the only things I really paid for it. I used supplies that I already had. I paid 80 cents plus tax, maybe right around 90 cents, not quite 90 cents for my crayons, but basically everything else I had. And it turned out really cute. The school, if you can see on the schoolhouse, let me see if I can mess up. The schoolhouse cut, I stamped on here school. That is from Emma at My Creative Time. That's from her My Teacher Rocks stamp set. And there's a stamp that says back to school. And I cut off the school part and just stamped school on there. So there is on this SVG cut, there is lettering that cuts out, but I cut everything out on my Cricut, and unfortunately the Cricut just doesn't do intricate cuts very well, so it didn't come out. So I stamped it. No biggie. Next time I'll remember to use my Silhouette. It cuts intricate cuts much better. So anyway, that's it. That is my wreath, and let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you go to the link below this video, you can see more pictures on my blog. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.